So this is brand new. It's a little more of an economic thing than I would usually focus on, but this is very important for the future of Axie. So we got to look at this. We got to react to it. So Ronin, as we know, is the blockchain that Axie Infinity uses, built on Ethereum. It's a layer 2 on Ethereum, crafted for developers who want to build games with player-owned economies. These ecosystems, due to their combination of community, leisure, and economics, are becoming known as digital nations. For several years, the growth of Axie Infinity was stunted because of limited scalability on Ethereum mainnet. Yeah, you know, crazy gas fees on Ethereum. Most of y'all probably use Binance to avoid having gas fees. In the first month of operating on Ronin, Axie experienced plus 300% monthly NFT trading volume, plus 180% monthly unique NFT traders, and plus 131% daily active ballers. So in the first month, growth was very good. That's insane. That's really good. 9 months after release, prior to token launch, Ronin has already seen significant adoption. 250,000 unique daily active addresses. That's a lot. That's almost as much as ETH, isn't it? It's like half as much as ETH or something. It's a lot. Katana, Ronin's DEX, is the number 2 DEX by weekly active users. That's huge. I guess just compared to all DEXs in the world. $5 billion in deposited value. $5 billion. 15% of all NFT transactions in 2021 happened on Ronin. That's fucking insane. That's a lot. And then 2 million plus. Like, other games are like, our game is better than Axie. And then Axie's like, 15% of all NFT transactions happened on our blockchain. It's just a different level, you know? 2 million plus Ronin wallet downloads. These data points demonstrate the amazing growth that can be unlocked through Ronin. Ronin's main benefits are cheap and fast transactions with quick confirmation time. What is RON? RON is the token of Ronin, which is the blockchain that Axie is on. So up until now, we haven't had it yet, and all transactions have been free. But now we have to use RON token to do some transactions as a fee. We're learning right now what it is, so let's keep reading and we'll keep learning. So Ronin's main benefits, as we know, we've used Ronin, so we know how it works, right? It's cheap, it's fast, it's quick transactions. Sometimes a transaction fails, sometimes there's maintenance, but it's usually cheap and fast. You can withdraw Axie back onto the ETH mainnet, although you don't want to because the gas fees are so damn high on the ETH side. And then simplified onboarding for new users with fiat on-ramp and a native wallet. I will say people seem to have a pretty easy time using Ronin in my experience, compared to, for example, Wax. The Wax blockchain is kind of a nightmare to onboard people. Not nightmare, but it's tough to onboard people. I've onboarded a lot of people to Wax. Or at least like a dozen, not like the most, but you know. Game developers, oh wait, sorry, so here we are. While we built Ronin to solve major issues we experienced while building Axie, its future success lies in the hands of the next generation of NFT game developers who will leverage Ronin to offer the same benefits to their players while inheriting the existing user base, community-owned protocols, applications, third-party ecosystem, and deep liquidity. So basically, Ronin is a competition. It's in competition with IMX. The best way to think about what Ronin is, the blockchain that Axie's on, people think of it as the Axie blockchain. It's more like Immutable X. It's an ecosystem for any games that want to be on it that can, you know, do so correct, like, you know, can build the right, you know, as long as they are able to competently build a project on it, they're welcome to do so. So you look at Immutable X, you have all kinds of stuff, all your classics, right? You have Knockoff, Apes, you have Games, you have Gods Unchained, which is the big one. So yeah, like the idea that Ronin is in competition to IMX, it's not really like in competition with other games. Like other games are like, we're better than Axie. Axie's like, okay, but we're building a platform. Axie is proof of concept. Game developers need a battle-tested NFT scaling solution to reach the hearts of a new audience. Ronin has a unique opportunity to capitalize. It's not Axie. People, what people think. Okay, this is a very important point. This is actually a very important. People think it's Axie versus Pegasus versus, you know, Gods Unchained versus Splinterlands versus DeFi Kingdoms versus etc., etc., etc. What it actually is, Ronin versus Wemix, Immutable X versus Wemix versus Engine. Platform level. People who try to compare Axie to other crypto games are missing the point that Axie is really the proof of concept for Ronin. And the fact that the team has successfully launched Ronin and then Katana And hopefully the RON token is a good launch. Like, it's these big picture launches that really fucking matter. If you're excited about the RON launch and you're appreciating this walkthrough, make sure you smash the like button. We're going to avoid get-rich-quick bullshit, and we're going to really learn what's happening, educate ourselves, and build stability in the community around this new RON topic, all right? Let's do it. Let's keep reading. But that's a key point. That's a key point. People think it's Axie versus Pegasus versus Gods Unchained versus Splinterlands. All these dots are bugging me. It's actually Ronin versus Immutable X versus Wemix versus Engine. I don't have a price prediction, to be honest. So let's keep reading. So game developers need a battle-tested NFT scaling solution to reach the hearts of a new audience. This is the white paper. Ronin has a unique opportunity to capitalize on this need because Axie Infinity network effects are strong and growing stronger by the week. This strengthens the case for Ronin as the default NFT scaling solution for gaming. Axie Infinity's strong network effects, which makes Ronin a good case for the default NFT scaling solution for gaming. In other words, Ronin is the biggest gaming blockchain potentially in the future because they're already so well positioned, moving so fast, and pretty much leading the space heavily. Ronin is operational and quickly becoming battle-tested. Today, Ronin handles more NFT volume than all other NFT scaling solutions combined. Again, Ronin handles more NFT volume than all other NFT solutions on Ethereum combined. Scaling solution. The Ronin bridge is currently the third largest bridge by total volume transferred, right behind Polygon and Avalanche. Over $3 billion in value deposited on the Ronin bridge, making it a top 5 Ethereum bridge by TVL. Total value locked. We ultimately plan to have Ronin serve as the premier location to launch both Axie-related games as well as new NFT gaming experiences from both experienced and up-and-coming game developers. These digital economies, if you don't understand how exciting this is, you really got to try to understand what they're saying, because this is why it's so exciting. The future of Axie is because it's really the future of Ronin. Like, you have to really try to understand what's going on here. This is so important. This is the future of blockchain gaming. This is huge. Sky Mavis is proven. They've delivered again and again, and they're continuing to deliver these big picture projects. There's no reason why they can't pull this off. The foundation is there. The foundation is there. These digital economies will be served by best-in-class infrastructure to support their dreams, such as Katana, which is the #1 decentralized exchange for in-game resources, and our in-house NFT marketplace, which has already processed over 3.5 billion USD in NFT volume as of November 2021. That's huge, guys. That's huge. This document will serve as a resource for information regarding Ronin and the RON token. It will be short and to the point. It's being written for everyday people, the people that will spur Ronin to greatness. Let's go. There's also a data-centric one, which we've looked at that a little bit in the past. Let's just stay on this light paper. I love it. It's the light paper. It's so good, dude. This is where Sky Mavis fucking excels. This is such good. Like, it launches with a full light paper and a more data-driven analytics as well. Like, it's got everything for different levels of understanding and different levels of deep dive. This is what a good launch looks like. This is what a good launch looks like. You guys know me. It's not about gains. It's just about, like, I want him to do it good. Do things well. Shocking expectation for me. Do good things. Don't pump token. Just do good things. This is good. RON is the ecosystem token of the Ronin blockchain. Its main purpose is to secure and decentralize the network. So people are asking, what is RON? It's the token of the Ronin blockchain. Ethereum has ETH. Bitcoin is Bitcoin. I use the Hive blockchain. Hive has the Hive token. For Ronin, it's the RON token. RON is the ecosystem of the token of the Ronin blockchain. Its main purpose is to secure and decentralize the network. Ronin will thrive if RON is in the hands of the builders and users of the network. That's us. Ronin validators will need to hold and stake RON to participate in validating blocks. They are rewarded with newly issued RON. This RON is divided up among a validator and its delegates pro rata based on the RON they have staked with the validator. The validator may also elect to take a fee from its delegates. Please note this structure is not finalized and might be altered with research and trends. Yeah, validators and stuff is pretty complicated. Probably not something we need to talk about too much in this context. Very important for the network, but maybe not something we need to worry about right now. Let's keep reading. Holders of RON will be able to stake their RON tokens. Hello. with a validator to earn RON rewards. Yeah, that's the big thing. You're going to stake with a validator if you want to earn staking rewards. Staking rewards are fucking awesome. So the only thing I understand in DeFi is stake token, get reward. You know, I learned that from Hive and Hive Power. So RON issuance. So issuance means giving the token out. Issuance, like, who gets it? Issuance has been designed with these principles in mind. Issuance should be high in the beginning to allow for broad distribution of tokens to a wide variety of community archetypes, players, content creators, developers, and partners. So this is very important. I know it seems a little dry, but bear with me. This is important stuff. And this is the answer to a lot of your questions about, like, what is this token going to do? What are these prices going to be? What should I do? Like, this is the knowledge that you need to make more informed decisions. Just on, like, how to approach all this shit. Issuance should be high in the beginning to allow for broad distribution of tokens to a wide variety. We just read that. RON tokens will not be sold in a public sale or IEO. Instead, RON will launch fairly through a pool on Ronin's native DEX, Katana, and through an incentivized liquidity program. This already happened. That was the last 90 days. Issuance is reduced each quarter. This allows for almost perpetual issuance while having a supply cap. As issuance slows over time, DApp fees and transaction fees will make up a higher portion of staking rewards. Pretty standard stuff. Max cap supply is a billion RON tokens, which will be reached 294 months after issuance begins, about 15 years. Allocations were designed with these principles in mind. Sky Mavis should be properly incentivized to work on and maintain Ronin after the considerable investment and development effort that has been made to create the network. So Sky Mavis should be incentivized. Sky Mavis needs that money, which, they really should be. There should be a formidable, of course, the question is how much incentive is the question. There should be a formidable source of funding for third-party and community developers. This is the Builders Fund. The Ecosystem Fund will be used for grants, investments, and hackathons that bring game-changing content, applications, and tooling to Ronin. The Ronin community, largely consisting of Axie players at the moment, should have ample opportunity to lay claim to their own tokens through various opportunities such as liquidity mining, content creations, reward programs, grants, and hackathons. Everyone should keep an eye out for opportunities to get some RON through your contributions. That's basically what they're saying. They're trying to make sure, that everybody who contributes in a variety of ways will be able to get rewarded for that. And then the staking rewards should be sufficient to encourage staking without overly relying on transaction fees in the early days of the network. So they want people to stake. So here's the breakdown. 30% Sky Mavis, community 30%. This is like content creation and stuff like that. Staking rewards 25%, and then ecosystem fund. Oh, ecosystem fund is like content creators and stuff. Oh no, community. So ecosystem fund is for game development. Community is for liquidity mining, content creation, rewards, grants, and also hackathons. Okay. So, pretty even splits. Sky Mavis gets 30%. What do you guys think about that? It seems reasonable to me, I think. It's a pretty big percent, but they have a pretty big job. So, they should be well funded, I suppose. It's also a pretty big company now. They need money. Ronin is currently structured as a POA sidechain, proof of something. It's an EVM-compatible Ethereum fork. Blocks require approval from 2/3 of all validators to be approved. Validators are responsible for authoring and validating blocks, updating price oracles, and approving deposits and transfers of assets to and from Ronin. Validators also control the addition and removal of other validators. Ronin is developed based on an Ethereum code base, so you can use a Web3 client to connect to Ronin. Future consensus, TBD. It's too early to commit to a long-term scaling strategy. Can it scale to support billions of users? What degree of trust is required to use and rely on the infrastructure? And how safe is the infrastructure for use by the Ronin community? So in other words, are they going to keep using the Ethereum-based consensus model they use so far forever? To be determined, Maybe they'll move on from Ethereum in some way in the future. Staking. This is hypothetical and will be finalized closer to the launch, so we cannot stake RON yet. RON staking win. That's another question. Add to the list. RON staking win. We don't have an answer. I need to, bold the questions or something. I can't even make them bold. RON stakers. Okay, well, we can't even stake yet, so we don't have to worry about that. Right now we have some validators. There's the Axie Chat validator. A few of these guys. DAP Radar has one, which is pretty cool. Spark Labs. I don't know who that is. I don't know who these two are. And then 4 validators from Sky Mavis. We definitely need more validators. This is part of the decentralization process. Most of these projects start out fairly centralized and decentralize over time. Honestly, running a Ronin node is beyond the scope of what I'm going to talk about today. They will need 50,000 RON to stake to become a validator, so that's pretty decent. I mean, if RON is $4, that would be $200,000 of RON, for example. If RON is $10, it's $500,000, so you need to stake a significant amount of RON. Allow-listed applications. In the past, we've seen several blockchain networks struggle with applications that deploy poorly optimized smart contracts. Some applications might not be hostile in nature, but their existence is oftentimes a threat to the stability of the network. Incompetence, in other words, rather than hostility. To ensure the stability of Ronin Network, the validators and Sky Mavis will work together to allow-list, it's a weird phrase, critical infrastructure and value-add applications. The governance group, Sky Mavis, and Ronin validators will take action towards actors that find ways to deploy smart contracts outside the allow list. Ronin Network will eventually evolve into an open network. Eventually, open network win, where anyone can deploy smart contracts, but it will take time. We believe that fully decentralized applications will win in the long run. There are battles, however, that need to be won today with the solutions that work right now. I agree. This is a huge topic that could be debated for hours, days, weeks, months, years, lifetimes. So we won't do it now, but the big thing. And then, we have Katana. Scatter allows users to easily send tokens to many addresses. I don't use that very often. I don't know what that is. Gnosis-Safe. All right, some advanced shit. Fireblocks, empty page. How to get allow listed. TBD, it looks like. This stuff's pretty deep. It's very important, but I don't know if we need to focus on it too much right now. Okay, there's actually a climate impact section. The factors that make Ronin fast and cheap are also what make it energy efficient. Ronin has been built to be environmentally friendly and has a very low carbon footprint. Ronin's speed and efficiency come from a reduction in the number of machines required to secure the network. This means that less hardware is required to secure the Ronin chain, which creates drastic reductions in energy use. So Ronin transactions are fucking tiny compared to ETH, Doge, and Bitcoin, which is good. Ronin's future success hinges on a commitment to environmental sustainability. Various initiatives are being explored that can help Ronin become carbon neutral or carbon positive in the future. Funding carbon reduction research and technology. It's understood that climate impact is a huge priority for gamers, and Ronin has a chance to set the NFT gaming industry's proactive approach. I like it. I like it. Have some people working on it, commit resources towards it, improve the climate impact over time, try to get to a net positive where we're actually improving the climate. Let's do it. Block Explorer, documentation. I think that's it, guys. That's the light paper. That's actually it. That's actually it.